Hello. Oh, there's you and your baba. Hello. And
You can start over.
welcome to episode 57 of the Cooler Guild. We don't have a soft transition anymore with our new music, so we can just keep this rolling. All right. I am Coop Cooper, and joined with me is the baba baby herself, my co-host Van Crisp.
She's referring to my Owala water bottle. Hello.
We're recording on Tuesday, March 17th, 2026. Is it St. Patrick's Day?
Yes, it is.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't know anything about the holiday, but happy to all you Irish people. On today's episode, we get the pleasure of a dub pod. First game of the season. Really exciting. So we're going to get into that win on the road in Orlando and all of the shit that came along with traveling there for the team. But hey, they got 3 points. Curious to see where that goes in this following game that we got coming up on a short week. But before we get into the game and everything else, I just want to remind some people that
the Cooler Guild is part of the Sound at Heart podcast network. You can either listen to us on our public feed, or if you're a Sound at Heart subscriber, on the private unified feed with the other podcasts on the network. If you'd like to become a subscriber, just visit our page at soundatheart.com/the Cooler Guild. New subscribers get 10% off the normal rate, and you'll help support everything we're doing.
The rain didn't play till Sunday. Did you have anything else interesting happen to you
over the weekend? No, I watched the Friday game. Saturday, I was watching soccer.
Yeah, that's good. Yep, cool.
I just get so locked in on the first weekend.
Well, I was planning to. I was led to believe that there's gonna be more games on Victory Plus, and there wasn't. And then I also made the mistake of buying Pokopia.
I don't know what that is.
It's a new Pokemon game.
Oh.
And it has gotten insane reviews, and it is extremely addicting. And it's probably the cutest game I've ever played in my entire life. But the point is, I've just been couch rotting and playing Pokopia.
Okay.
Yeah. It does. Yeah. It's, if you know, you know.
I don't know, so
I'm not doing like that. I am a huge nerd, so in that way at least. Cool. Well, let's get into a really exciting game. We got to watch the Reign play for the third time in a row, basically, the Orlando Pride.
Yep. 3
different results each time. A different result for every single one of those games. And this finally got a win.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah. There was a lot of problems for the team to get there. Because of the government, and it seems like they're
it was the weather. The first day was weather,
but there's no warning these days for big weather coming. It seems like it just seemed like it came out of nowhere, because they were on the runway for 4 hours. The team was before
4.5 hours.
4.5 hours on the runway before flying out to Orlando. That sucks a lot. They did get there. They were smart enough to schedule their flight Monday morning, but that was also a shit show. The flight got canceled for some reason. I'm not really sure what the story is behind that. And today it's Tuesday, and their other flight got canceled as well. That was supposed to happen today. But it seems like a charter plane came through.
They didn't charter.
It wasn't a charter?
No, they flew on an MD-83.
Is that so how does that work?
So it was a regional airline, but it only has 3,500 miles range, the MD-83 does. And so 2,500, something like that. I think it's 25. And so they had to stop in Kansas City. So I think from what I was hearing from people, they were not going to be into town until probably when we get done recording this podcast.
Oh my God, what a fucking nightmare. Anyways, team got there. Did their thing. Eventually they got there. But there was also first half finishes, and there's a 2 hour weather delay. 2.5 hours,
yeah.
Weather delay in the middle of the fucking game. I mean, they couldn't catch a fucking break.
No,
with this.
I mean, what are you doing scheduling a Orlando game in March in the afternoon?
I have no idea. I feel like knowing this is probably also true for Houston, and maybe Louisville as well. These cities that have issues with weather delays often. should they make that time a little bit flexible? Maybe schedule it earlier just so that you have the flexibility to move it back if it needed, but schedule it maybe as early as you possibly can. I also think that these thunderstorms tend to come like in about the time that the game was scheduled.
Yeah, and I don't know what you do. I mean, there is predicting it, but it's hit or miss.
Yeah, because I don't know. I guess I'm not a weather forecaster. Would it be better to not schedule games in Orlando this time of year? I don't know, because I feel like this happens all season long.
Yeah, either way, it was annoying.
It was super annoying.
But even before the game, there was some news.
There was.
Personnel news.
Major news.
Not something I necessarily saw coming this soon.
Yeah.
But as we talked about in the last podcast, Jordan Heidema was in the last year of her contract.
I was this close to predicting this might happen, and I feel really ashamed that it didn't.
But Jordan Heidema was traded to Chicago to be with her bestie, Julia Grosso.
$500,000 for this too of funds.
Yep.
Kind of dispersed in a couple different ways. That's a lot of money for Jordan Heidema. I didn't know he could get that much for her, so that's why I just thought she would stick with us for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I don't want to say I think Chicago overpaid.
Oh, I'm going to say they did, unless somehow Jordan Heidema scores, I don't know, I'm going to say at least 6 goals for them this year.
What I will say is I hope she proves to them that she's worth that amount of money.
Yeah, absolutely. It just is crazy. It's the amount doesn't make sense if you look at how much she's, helped on the score sheet.
Right.
It just it's absolutely bonkers. But hey, I'll take it.
Exactly. That's kind of my thought about it. Sad to see her go.
Mm-hmm.
She was definitely kind of a light in the team, if you will. Seemed like she had a really good relationship with the rest of the team. So I know they're sad to see her go, but hope she succeeds.
They have been crowded up top, and there's been an effort, it seems like, to always find a way to get Heidemann going, and it just hasn't worked out.
Mm-hmm.
So now I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And, as much as I love defending her and how much she does defensively, like, it is a little like nice to know that other players are going to get more time.
Yeah. And we'll talk about this in a little bit, but there were other players, namely one who I definitely saw step into that role and fulfill that high press desire to win the ball back up top.
And they were a bit more dynamic with it than I've seen Heidemann be over the years. So,
yep.
Cool. Well, the other note, just the general note, I suppose. Ryan Brown returned to play.
Yep.
Very exciting. We've been eager to see her return for quite some time, ever since we gave her Cooler Player of the Match. Back in
July 2024 was the last time when she tore ACL.
Oh man, she didn't look bad either. Just get a few minutes in and get comfortable.
First minutes in more than 600 days.
That's crazy.
Yep,
that's crazy. Good for her. My dog interrupted, but yeah. What else do you have to say about Ryan Brown?
I'm just happy to see her back, and it was. I'm glad that she's another option that we have to bring on.
For sure.
If not, earn her starting spot back, which will take time. But
yeah.
Anyway, we won the game 2-1.
We won the game 2-1. We were also, it was like tied up for a minute, and we were able to still find a goal after that. That's something that I feel like we've had struggles with before. We haven't had struggles scoring multiple goals. We had trouble scoring any goal sometimes, but we've also had trouble scoring multiple goals last season.
And not letting up and giving away another goal. Yeah,
I got close. And maybe Orlando should have gotten a different goal. I don't know what was going on with the referee decision on that one. But hey, there's luck all the time in the sport, and there's also bad calls all the time that kind of eventually even out. So
that wasn't a goal. She blew the whistle when the ball was in the air before it was even shot. So
yeah, but I watched it. I slowly tried to find a foul, and I really could not find one.
That's fine, but what I'm saying is
yeah.
She blew the whistle
before the goal went in.
That draws attention. So would that goal have been scored if the whistle wasn't blown?
Yeah, we don't know.
So screw it. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
So we're going to change the positives and negatives section because I like the semantics of calling it what worked and what didn't work.
Yeah, I'm a negative Nancy, so I was fine with negatives, but I see where the issue lies for some folks. Yeah, so top point of what worked, 3 points on the road with multiple goals scored. And you had pointed out there was a lot more active offensive general.
Definitely. It just seemed like we were talking about this in the last episode, just wanting more dynamic touches in the final third, in the box, really getting in and beating that last line of defense. And that happened so many times, even to start the match. Mm-hmm. Like the first 2-3 minutes of the game, I was like, whoa, this is very different than what we saw last year. And I mean, even the lineup, I was skeptical. I thought Laura Harvey might be putting the 5 back in because in the pregame presser, she said, some things might need to change. Maybe we don't always need to play a 5 back. And I was like, no, are you going to play a 5 back all season again? No, started with the 4 back.
She's just trying to haunt us.
And it worked. But yeah, they were more active in general. There were more shots taken. It just felt more dangerous.
Orlando had opportunities for sure. Not to say that, them pushing forward didn't kind of come at the cost of Orlando trying to get the counters and transitions and all that stuff. And Orlando's pretty damn good at that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. If you can make this work against Orlando,
yeah,
it can pretty much work with anybody.
Which I don't know. Opponent. Yeah, which is, hey, didn't the Reign kind of invent the way in how to beat Orlando at one point?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's part of that is Reign. When they really do lock in, they're capable of coming up with results like this. The fact that they did this with all of the bullshit that they had between the delay and the delay on the runway and then the delay for the weather is, I think, speaks volumes to kind of the mindset of this team this year.
Yeah.
And it has me feeling good. I'm going to feel it out. I think, don't want to get ahead of myself, but this is a good result. This is a very, very good result.
Another thing that worked were veterans.
Absolutely. Jess Fishlock, baby. What the fuck, man? And this is like repeating myself, broken record, whatever you want to call it. But last season I expressed skepticism with Jess. But hey, she's 39 years old and she's still a difference maker.
Very much so.
She loves this game so much, and you can see it in the way that she plays.
And she's still strong.
Yeah.
She might not be as fast.
Yeah.
The endurance might be dwindling.
Yeah, she's fast. And I just don't know how
she's quick.
Yeah.
But they're just the forethought to put your body between the defender, yourself, to touch the ball. The ball comes through. Mondesir, though, amazing slotted pass. It was sick. And just to be able to turn that, take a great first touch, and then be one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Slot it in.
It was so good.
Yeah. So
smart.
I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, JP Dellacamera did say on the broadcast
right after scoring,
oldest player on the field.
Like, why gotta do her like that?
I know. And then another veteran who we didn't quite know what kind of impact she was going to be able to have. Brittany Ratcliffe.
Yeah, turns out instant impact.
And, as far as the next point with substitutes, she subbed in the 78th minute.
Yeah.
Scored in the 83rd.
That's what you want.
5 minutes in. Coco gets the ball.
Yeah.
Just kind of lofts it. Doesn't try to do too much. Just lofts it. And Ratcliffe jumps up, boom, redirects it.
Yeah, it had the right amount of curl on it, and it was whipping in there pretty good. It wasn't too much, it was the perfect amount to make danger. Ratcliffe, right place, right time. Because who was in front of her that almost got their head on it instead?
I've watched this goal 8 times, and I don't remember.
Was it Phoebe?
Could have been.
There was a player for the Reign who was if she would have been a little bit taller, she would have hit it, but Ratcliffe was right behind her to pick it up. So yeah, great work.
What about the other substitutes?
Would I have liked to see Adames more? Yeah, I think so. Do we think that Orlando maybe subbed out the wrong people?
Possibly,
but the subs for the Reign were very defensive minded, and I think it totally worked. They needed to lock it down. It was getting pretty fucking scary with Orlando. Luckily, they took out Banda.
Yeah, that was an interesting one to me, but I don't know what her fitness is like. Also, they brought in Haley McCutcheon, so another dangerous player.
Yeah, Orlando. I mean, they easily could have scored like 3 goals in this game, maybe more. But the Reign always have defense in mind first. I mean, they were getting back really, really quickly when the transitions were on, trying to close down Banda, just enough to cut off that angle for her. Very effective.
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple times when, in the goal, sure, Emily Mason kind of got cooked.
Hey, it was her first start in center back.
There were several other times.
Yeah.
Like, there was one big breakaway, and Sam Meza was flying on her horse, just flying back. Phoebe holding down the back, just getting that angle in behind. It was pretty great to see.
Yeah.
There were several times.
I did see someone try to roast Harvey and her substitutes on the Reddit live. People posting on Reddit, and they were just like, "Oh, looks like Laura Harvey doesn't know how to use her subs again." And this is right before Radcliffe scored. And I was like, "What was that? What was that?"
I don't understand how people think this is some like witchcraft and wizardry.
Neither
it's
do
good
I.
Coaching. It's knowing your players.
Yeah.
It's understanding the system that you're trying to play.
It's also respecting your opponent to some level, right? And trying to adjust your game plan to that, which I think confuses a lot of people. I mean, I'm not going to say I understand it all the time. I certainly don't. But I think that people just think she's just trying random stuff. And it's like she's trying to read the opponent.
Yeah.
And adjust based on who she has and what she can do with them.
Exactly. The back four seemed pretty intact. There was a time when people were getting beat on the outside that was a little bit dangerous, but they all seem to shift and be able to figure it out. We'll see what happens, but I like the 4 back.
Yeah, everyone.
Granted, I hate 5 back. So
yeah, but everyone had, you could see what everyone's job was and where to cover, and that chemistry is just going to keep building.
Other positives that I had: Ainsley McCammon took a shot from about 22 yards out.
Yeah.
Would have been a banger.
Oh, man.
I didn't know she had that in her.
She's good, man. She's really good.
Curry also took a shot from distance that had to be saved.
Yeah.
I mean, getting these backline players up there and putting those balls in, that's something we didn't, other than Jordan Bug, right? That's not something we saw a lot last season.
Try stuff.
Yeah, just the freedom to get those players up and into spaces where they're able to get on the ball.
Yeah.
Is great. Sam Meza, kind of in a quiet but effective game from her.
Yeah.
7 tackles and 8 recoveries. This is kind of how you want her to play, right? Mm-hmm. You want her, unless she's scoring goals or whatnot, she's just so solid back there. And you're like, oh, she won the ball back. Oh, the ball's sticking to her foot.
Yeah. I always kind of thought I wanted to see her more offense, playing a little bit higher up to be more that creative player that we've been desperately needing. But Mondesir in this game, I'm seeing why we signed this extension.
Yeah.
It's one game, but if we got Meza doing, all of the gritty, super hard work back there defensively and winning the ball back for us, and have Mondesir flying back up to be ready for those turnovers, I don't know. It's interesting.
It seemed to me, Mondesir, great game. Incredible game. And this is exactly what we wanted to see and what was going to silence some of the haters that were like, we didn't see it. For me, it's like she learned or got more comfortable with where everybody was going to be around her.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Because it seemed last year that she was holding onto the ball a lot. And there was a lot of just not so much confidence in kind of where she was going to go with it and indecision. Mm-hmm. Whereas this game, what it looked like to me was a little bit more camaraderie and understanding.
Totally.
Because she'd get the ball, she was able to hold on to the ball really well, but then be able to distribute it. Mm-hmm.
Instead of just being dispossessed.
Yeah.
Trying to make it her way up. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I was really impressed with her. I mean, she was player of the match in FOTMob. Mm-hmm. The Reign called her player of the match. So good for her. I feel like she needed that.
She did. We needed that. We needed that from her.
And we can't finish what worked without mentioning Claudia Dickey.
Ugh. picked up right where she left off.
And I think that that's another testament to that 4-back. You don't need, you're going to have shots on you. Mm-hmm. Other team's going to have opportunities if they're good, right? Claudia Dickey can take care of those. Mm-hmm. So she's just so solid. It
was also pretty wet on the field in the second half. It didn't phase her, even with Barbara Banda running at her in a VIA. I don't know. I mean, Orlando's scary. Yeah,
Barbara Banda is a very scary attacking player. Every time she gets the ball, she's dangerous.
She's so talented.
I'm very jealous that they have her.
Yeah. Luckily, I mean, it's almost kind of a relief that we got to play them first game of the season when Banda's coming back from this injury, because I wouldn't want to play her. She was already really fucking good in this first game back. Imagine her like 6 games from now.
Imagine 7 Castaigne 6 games from now.
Yeah, that was you were right on calling that one.
Yeah, I know. What didn't work?
Well, there was a lot of quick transitions for Orlando.
Yeah. And I think that that's getting to know that newer system that they're playing. Mm-hmm. There's a lot to learn there. There were so many players behind the ball last season. Now you're having to adjust, find the space. Where do I need to be when we get dispossessed? The Banda goal didn't really come from a transition. So were we put under pressure and gave up chances under transition? Definitely.
But it
could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, but they dealt with it.
But they dealt with it.
Yeah.
There were a couple really, really good kind of slides, last minute slides, tackles, pressures from the back line and like Ainsley McCammon. And it could have been worse, but it wasn't, because we have some really great players back there.
We got kind of close to McLaren got real close to maybe giving up a penalty. I saw her like grabbing that jersey because she was trying to catch up. Somehow just pulled out of it just in time. But that was a result of how this kind of shook out against a team with as much speed as Orlando has. So I don't know. I think they handled it pretty well. There was also, we had Emily Mason was on a yellow card since the 7th minute. Mm-hmm. And for someone to play first time center back there on a yellow card for that long. Yeah.
And there were plenty of opportunities for her to earn another one.
Yeah, for sure.
She was smart.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I feel like she would have made a different decision if she wasn't on a yellow card with Banda running in the box. And I'm happy that she wasn't, or that she was.
Yeah.
I noticed, and this is a lot of first half, some second half, but there were a lot of errant passes and easy giveaways.
First game of the season.
It's the first game of the season. Hope it gets better. But if that keeps happening, you're going to get punished for it.
For sure.
Clean it up.
I saw a lot of that, though, in like all of the highlights I watched from games.
Yeah.
So that's just a result of early season.
Mm-hmm. There were a couple times on the right-hand side when Huerta was trying to cross the ball over and find Maddie Darlene in the switch space, kind of higher up, and the balls just weren't getting to her.
I like the idea, but
I like the idea. The execution, not so much. Need to find a way, and they did a couple times in this game, find a way to get her up and breaking through. Mm-hmm. But you need to find a way to do it to get her into space behind the back line.
Yeah. What else didn't work for me? We already talked about the flight situation and the weather and everything like that, but the U.S. government isn't working for me. We had found out that there's several contributing factors on why the Reign had trouble getting back. And a lot of it's because the federal government is using a bunch of, there's a shortage of charter planes available. So even if the team wanted to use a charter plane, they couldn't really do that. Because we're just willy-nilly spending money and charter flights. I don't fucking know. And then also March Madness is happening, and even March Madness players and athletes and teams were told that be prepared for shit to be fucked, basically, and things might change a lot because there's just limited stuff. And also we all know there's a fucking situation with airports and the flying regulations and safety, and it's all bad.
And TSA.
Yeah. And now, of course, the women's teams are going to suffer pretty quickly when this kind of stuff's happening. So I don't like it. I'm pissed off about it.
Well, and it sucks too, because you have such a short turnaround with a Friday game.
all of it's fucked up. But then like they already scheduled them a Sunday match followed up with a Friday match, both away games. Granted, the other one's against Portland, but like a Saturday to Friday kind of sucks anyways. Why is the league doing that to any team? I don't know, but it's super stupid, especially when you know that other game that they're playing away is in Orlando, which is notorious for having shitty fucking weather that can delay flights.
Yeah.
That didn't work for me. Didn't work for the fucking team either, because they were still like waiting for a fucking flight today, which is just insane. It was so unacceptable and so unprofessional that like the league didn't have something figured out in case this might happen. I'm curious on what the the players union and stuff is going to do, because there's no way this isn't going to get brought up. Just Fish like posted a picture of like, I've never dealt with this in 20 years of playing.
Yeah, they got to figure something out there.
Yeah.
The other thing that is quite a bit of concern coming out of this game is Mia Fischel left with injury.
Kind of pulled up on her hamstring.
Yeah, and you could read her lips when she's walking off the field, and you could read that she said, "I felt something."
Just what we needed. They're one of our best players in the game, who's looking very, very promising. We'll see what happens. We'll see what we don't even know when the injury report's going to fucking come out, because they've been in Florida. In theory, we would have found that out probably today.
Who knows? But I guess we'll figure out on Thursday.
But you probably won't be available for Friday.
Probably not.
Thank you for listening to the Sounder at Heart Podcast Network, which now includes Nos Arietes, Lobbing Scorchers, and the Cooler Guild. We've been independent since August of 2023, but need your support to make sure it continues. Although this podcast is free, it's only made possible by your continued support. Memberships start as low as $25 a year, which not only helps make podcasts like this one happen, but also gets you access to everything we produce. If you're able to support us at higher levels, starting at $75 a year, you gain access to a host of other perks, most notably entry into our members-only Discord, where the smartest, funniest, and most engaged commenters share their thoughts and ideas. To find out more, just visit sounderatheart.com and click the subscribe button in the top right corner. Thanks for listening.
Got post-match presser notes. They brought in Britt Ratcliffe, goal scoring extraordinaire for the Seattle Reign. I'm just gonna like speak into existence. Maybe she'll keep being a super sub.
Yeah.
And Ryan Brown. Ratcliffe is like, I mean, total veteran energy when she was in there.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about how they got a win through all the adversity and how they just like don't want to complain about anything.
Yeah.
They're just like, we're just locked in, and like, yeah, we were on the runway when we left for like 4.5 hours or something, but like we just dealt with it. It's fine, basically. I'm like, is it fine? I mean, I can complain about it for you.
Yeah.
That's fine. I got you covered. Don't worry. But yeah, they're totally right. I hope I hope they don't have these kinds of adversities again this season to overcome. But it's good to know they can have those things and they can still find a win.
Her entire demeanor through this, there was a question asked about Ryan Brown, and she was talking about Ryan Brown like they were childhood friends. And she's like, how long have I known you? 2 months?
2 months.
I might cry, you know?
She's so sweet.
I mean, we say this all the time, but it just really speaks to the environment that Laura Harvey creates.
Yeah.
You know, it's really toxic when your corporate office says you're a family. But in some ways with a team, it's not toxic.
Yeah.
They all seem like, and Laura talked about this, they're all in it for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it looked like on the field. It was kind of that next man up mentality. That's what they need.
Mm-hmm.
And Britt Ratcliffe said, as subs, we need to call ourselves game changers.
Yeah, let's
It's corny, but it works.
If you make that kind of the motto, right? Like everyone knows that is kind of what the idea is with any sub. But if you just really instill that into everybody who's coming off the bench, then those players are going to work their way into like trying to fight for starting positions and everything like that. And that's like exactly what you need on weeks, especially like this, where we're having a quick turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel confident about your players that are subbing in to maybe fill in even a starting role.
What'd you get from Laura Harvey's press conference?
She agreed that remember how I said we were thin at the back? Mm-hmm. She brought that up. I'm wondering if she's acknowledging that we're thin at the back. I'm wondering if we're gonna make moves for that, you know, when the time comes. But that did mean she brought it up that Mason got her first start at center back with the team and everything for that. I think she did a fine job with that. I think Harvey thought she had obviously points to maybe improve on that, but for her first time back there, I think she was pretty pleased with it. And she also just gassed up Barbara Banda.
Yeah, I know. I mean, how can you not?
Yeah. She's like, when she's in form, she is the best forward in the entire world. And that, that's when she's the best. When she's not in form, she's still one of the best in the world. So I think she was impressed with how the team defensively was able to take on that challenge of containing Barbara Banda. Yes, they let in one goal, but they didn't let anything else happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Some people would call it luck. You're dumb. It's impressive and it's hard work.
You need a little bit of luck sometimes, though.
That's fine.
The other thing she brought up was her cooler situation.
Which we haven't talked about yet.
No, we haven't. If you somehow didn't catch the game or like missed the part where they showed her on the sideline, I didn't see the pregame stuff, so I didn't catch it until they just like shot to her in the middle of the game, sitting on her cooler, her custom cooler now. Someone from the team like got a decal of Ula Harvey sitting on a cooler, put onto a Yeti cooler because now Yeti sponsors the league. And so they have like a fancy cooler, and she got to sit on it with all of the I don't know, she seemed confused on why people are so obsessed with it.
I know.
And I'm like, well, our podcast is named after it, so we have to be obsessed with it.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, I'm all for like, give us a marketing thing, let us run with it. Especially when we're getting it. I do think I would have chosen, my only complaint was the silhouette that they chose of her. I wouldn't have chosen that silhouette. I like the ones where she's sitting back with her arms folded and her legs out.
Yeah, those are my favorite too.
I think that's more Laura Harvey for me.
Well, maybe there will be another decal.
Yeah, they could add all of the silhouettes
decal
of her on a cooler in different forms.
She did ask that possibly the next edition would be a padded top.
Yeah, I'm not going to keep advertising for Yeti, but apparently the padded tops exist for those coolers.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. News to me.
Is that a thing?
Well, I'm just like, girl, you've been sitting on it without a padded top for this long. Why do we need to change anything? But we also haven't.
They put the crown on that decal, and now she's acting like a queen.
I know. I was also kind of like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I know we have it like in our logo and stuff, but I was kind of like, I think we got to win a trophy first.
Yeah,
that was my thought. Anyways, we got a community question from our good buddy Dave.
Hi, Dave. Dave actually DM'd me this, and I asked him if I could answer it in the community questions on the episode because it's easier to talk about it than it is to text about it. There's two parts to this question. I'll start with the first part. He said, I can't believe so many people were hung up on Heidemann. She scored as many goals the past 2 seasons, 6, as some other player named Own Goal. I don't know who Own Goal is exactly, but maybe we can sell her for $500,000 too.
Dave.
I understand this thought, and I know a lot of people felt this way, but she as herself, as a brand, as herself, is a very enticing figure.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And she was somebody that it was easy to latch on to get into following the team.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's always going to be that kind of relationship, quote unquote, that fans have with her. And that goes regardless of her performance. Just like when Bethany Balser left, right? Had she really done much? No. But it was the story. It was the personality. It was, those moments.
Yeah.
And so there's reasons that people were, quote unquote, hung up on it. And I think what we've talked about is just her defensive contributions. And we saw Mia Fischel ball out on defense up top. So I don't think that'll be a problem or something that we're missing if Mia Fischel's in the mix there. I think alternatively, Emery Adamas can also do that.
Yeah.
You have any other thoughts on this Heidemann stuff?
I kind of addressed this person on Bluesky. And it's not just this person. I've seen other people having hot takes about Heidemann just being like, like, why would the team get rid of her? We love her. Like, she's a fan favorite. And I'm kind of like, I understand that, but I also want to win. And when you have a player that has only scored 6 goals in 2 years and is your one of your primary forwards, and that's 3 goals per year, that's not good enough. And we have been huge Heidema apologists. I don't know if the people that, because the take seems to come along with why is the team getting rid of these players, the team's losing their identity, whatever else you want to say about it. Why is a player who's only scored 3 goals the identity of the team? I agree there's been an issue with that, with the team maybe losing some of its identity, but that was when Rapinoe left. That was when, like, Rose Lavelle was never the identity of the Reign. Like, in my opinion, she didn't play that many minutes. I am genuinely confused in why somebody is sitting here saying it's hard to follow the team when they're getting rid of players like Heidema. There are new exciting players for this team. If you watch it, if you're giving up on it and having all these negative opinions and ideas that it seems like you've already made up your mind on, then, like, how are you going to latch onto a new player? How are you going to understand the identity of what this club is doing now? I don't know. That just pisses me off, like, quite a bit, because I do feel like this team tries very hard to connect with people. Yes, there are gaps where they could do better, for sure. But I also understand that with women's soccer and any women's sports in this country, the lack of funding for marketing, the lack of funding for resources, the lack of funding for facilities, it's all connected. And it all creates these things that people want to, like, complain about that they don't feel they get with women's soccer that you might see with a men's team. I don't know. It really pisses me off when people are sitting here telling me that Heidema is, like, the team's losing their identity because of Heidemann leaving.
And I get your frustration, like, why is a person that scored 3 goals last year your identity? It shouldn't be. And I want the identity of this team to be champions, winners.
That's how I feel. I thought we understood that as a team, like, as fans of teams in Seattle. Like, that's the goal.
People need to recalibrate.
Yeah, and that's been happening.
And I want the team to win. Do I care who's on it? Yes. But also, every move in the NWSL now is by choice.
It's also not like we're like, take for instance, obviously Trinity Rodman is the focal point of the Spirit, right? But Corey Bethune, to me, was also a huge part of the identity out in Spirit and was performing at an insanely high level. And so when she got traded to KC of all teams, I understood the frustrations of Washington fans. That made sense to me. I'm not seeing the connection that where people are, like, shitting on the club for trying to move on from Heidema. Also getting an insane amount of money to maybe do something with it, to bring in somebody that could help with, you know, club culture, identity, whatever else you want to complain about losing with Heidema. Like, that's a pretty good chunk of money to try and find somebody else that can also perform hopefully better. Or go towards that, you know, maybe not all of it. I feel like they're gonna have to spend way more than that, probably. But yeah, I don't know. I could go on about this. I just think that there's a lot of disconnect sometimes about the struggles with women's soccer, and I think you have to invest a bit more of your own time to latch on in different ways with players. It's not as easy, but I just feel like some people aren't watching the team when they're saying these things.
I think that's a lot of it.
Like,
I think honestly that's a lot of it.
If you gave up on the team, it seems like a while ago, and you haven't tried to find someone new to understand what they're doing now.
And exactly. And then on the flip side of that, there are people mad that we got $500,000 for Heidemann.
If you look at the reaction of Chicago fans, a lot of them are not very impressed. They're hopeful, but they're not very impressed with this.
I could understand why.
Yeah.
Okay, second part of Dave's question here. Last season was also the least amount of Reign games I've watched in the last 10 years. Well, that's dumb. They were boring. No, they weren't. And I'm still slightly concerned that there isn't enough firepower still. I wanted Macario, damn it.
We all did.
Yeah. How long can we lean on Fishlock, the GOAT? And will Sounders ownership open up Sounders and Reign ownership? Don't just call it Sounders ownership, Dave.
Yeah.
Open up the purse strings, which they don't really like to do for the Sounders, even though I usually agree with the roster moves there.
I mean,
that's the question.
That's the question. And I also do think that, like, I would rather follow the model of the Sounders than anybody else because they show how long-term success works.
They win championships.
Yeah. They don't go out and spend. And, like, do I think Macario's worth $8 million? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. I think that is such that's just a small figure.
Guaranteed money.
Yeah, that's such a small figure though when you compare it to men's sports that I'm like, hell yeah, get paid. Go get paid.
Yeah.
Like absolutely go do that. But I also like don't think that's not who the Reign's identity needs to be.
And transparency is also a lot less in the NWSL.
That's the other struggle.
So sure, we have this $500,000, some of it we have to spend this year, right?
Yeah.
Also, what's the pot look like?
We have no idea.
We don't know.
It's a true mystery.
But we also have like all these international slots that we're sitting on. Mm-hmm. There's a lot to work with from what I know, because you never know everything. So I'm hoping, since they have a lot to work with, that there will be something that happens, something exciting come the transfer window.
Do you think he's right about leaning on Fishlock, and is that a concern for you down the road? No. I think Fishlock is a great player. She has her limitations now, but that's been openly discussed. Harvey talks about it. Fishlock talks about it. Yeah.
And there's going to be a different role for her to play. And for this game, it was goal scorer.
When did she sub out? I have this viewer up. God damn it.
She subbed out in the 61st minute.
And then Ratcliffe came on at some point. So
Ratcliffe came on for Darlene.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like we have firepower in some way. Maybe it's not as flashy as one would hope right now. But sometimes the best players, even for Gotham, are players who kind of fit a model like Ratcliffe, Stengel, for instance.
Yeah.
It's
I don't necessarily think we're relying on Fishlock. She's never been a reliable goal scorer. She's been a reliable player.
She's clutch. Yeah.
But you're not going into the season saying Jess Fishlock's going to be your Golden Boot nominee.
Yeah.
Especially if she's only going to get 60 minutes a game.
Yeah. If
she can score a goal in 60 minutes, hell yeah. But you have players like Maddie Darlene, right? Mia Fischel looked extremely dangerous. There was just so much else going on that I think you rely on her as a leader, as a veteran, and as somebody, like they said in the broadcast, that's almost like a second coach on the field. And that's helpful with a young group. But do I hope they bring someone else in? Absolutely.
Yeah. We have new ownership. So I do want to see them. I do want to see them spend something.
And, you talk about ownership not opening up the purse strings for the Sounders. Those purse strings are a lot more open for when you sign millions and millions of dollars worth of players for the Sounders.
Yeah.
So not going to be a lot.
How do you, would you have wanted the Reign to spend $8 million on Macario? Because to me, that just feels like an imbalance. This is why I don't like this new whatever the fuck it's called, the new HIP rule. I just feel like inherently it kind of sucks that you, as another player on the team, are just like, because like we don't even know where Macario's full fitness really is at right now. I mean, obviously when she's fit, she is one of the best players in the entire world. But it wouldn't, I don't know. I feel like that's going to kind of create a weird dynamic. It would create, I think, a weird dynamic within the Reign to have a player making a guaranteed salary of $8 million.
Yeah, they actually talked about this, Tobin Heath and Kristen Press did.
Yeah.
Like a year ago, maybe 6 months ago on their podcast, and talked about that dynamic and that discrepancy in pay. And that was a real concern for them. And I get it. It would make me pretty uncomfortable. Especially when the base salary is like not even living wage.
No.
Barely, maybe. And then you got somebody that can afford a Bugatti. There's like...
that sucks.
I
think you're right about until there's transparency with this, I just don't want to get hung up on it.
I can see spending for somebody that's maybe already in that position or somebody that is worth $1 million transfer fee. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. But it does $8 million over what, 4 years?
5, I think.
5. That's just a lot of money.
It's a lot of money for an NWSL player.
Yeah. And especially when your surrounding players are not able to work their way up to getting that kind of contract within the league because the rules of the high impact player rule.
Yeah. It's a weird situation for sure.
It is odd. Am I jealous of San Diego? Yes.
Yeah. All that said, I'm still jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got to find ways to talk myself out of it. So here we are.
All right. Let's move on.
Thanks for your question,
Yeah,
Dave.
thanks, Dave.
Questions.
We do appreciate that. I like the discourse. Appreciate it. Before we do like a final summary of the match, final thoughts on the match, we're going to do Cooler Player of the Match.
The Cooler Player of the Match is brought to you by the Doctor's Office, a great little 12-seat bar on Capitol Hill. The owner is a big fan of the rain and is proud to be our first sponsor.
We haven't talked about her yet, really. But we're giving this Cooler Player of the Match to Madison Curry. She balled out defensively, was getting in there tackling. She had a lot that she had to do defensively.
That clearance she made.
Yeah.
Facing goal, ball coming in and heading it over the goal.
Yeah. And she's also like really small.
That could have gone so badly. But she is smart, capable, great player. Had really brilliant moments last season. And I feel like I saw that again this game.
She led the team in tackles won for this game. Yeah, she's great. Big fan. Congrats.
Congrats, Madison Curry. Thanks again to our sponsor, the Doctor's Office. The Doctor's Office is the best place to grab a drink before or after a rain match. Make an appointment today and order their Toki Highball. Suntory Toki blended perfectly with soda water with bubbles 4 times higher than champagne. I love bubbles. Straight from their super sexy Toki Highball machine. Check out their Instagram at TDO Seattle, or better yet, go drink there in person.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Any final thoughts on the match?
I was overall extremely happy about it.
Me too.
Minus the, uncontrollables, right?
Yeah.
I felt that the team came out hot, which is what I wanted to see. They looked dangerous. If we had played this way last season in a game randomly, we would have been like, holy crap, who is this team?
Yeah.
But it felt different enough to me to be excited about where we're going to go this season. Because there was a lot of questions surrounding that. Are we going to be exciting this year? Is it going to be boring, air quotes, boring Harvey ball, right?
Yeah.
And I saw so much positive attacking prowess from this team that I was like, oh, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, they looked dynamic.
It was great.
Yeah, it looked fun. They looked like they were having fun. They really did.
Was it stressful? Yes. Every game, every 2-1 match is always going to be stressful.
Yeah.
But going to Orlando after losing to Orlando 2-0 in the playoffs last season, going back to Orlando. Yeah. Going back to Orlando with, 22 returning players, some of them not at the game
now. Yeah.
But 21 now. Yeah. And performing like that, it really illustrated to me how different the team can be with just a couple pieces swapped around and swapped out.
Yeah, I think that's great. I don't really have much to add to that other than I am eager to see how much this will cost us come Friday.
Yeah.
And not because of what they did on the field, but because of all of the travel situation. But yeah. Cool. Well, let's get into some. I didn't really watch a lot of these. As everyone knows, I got Pokopia. But I did go watch some highlights. So let's get into the rest of the NWSL results. You watched this Friday night game?
I did.
Night. Okay. Spirit played Portland. Portland snuck out a win on the road, which... is Portland going to be good this year? I have no idea. I always hope they suck, but I also fucking hate the Spirit.
Yeah, this one was give or take for me. I mean, obviously, I don't want Portland to win.
But I don't want Spirit to, start off strong, because they could easily get away with, the lead if they do that. But it seems like they're feeling the effects of losing Corey Bethune already.
They are. I also think Portland saw the effects of losing Sam Coffey.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Spirit didn't score. They had 62% possession.
They'll figure it out.
38%.
They'll figure it out, though. That's why I'm saying, I'm fine with them losing now, because they need to lose as many games as possible early. Yeah. Because they will get it going.
I think Portland's goalkeeper only had to make one save. I don't think it wasn't anything crazy. It was also their third string goalkeeper, right?
Yeah. Mackenzie Arnold was too busy on the Asia Cup taking out players in the penalty box.
Yeah. Is she going to be back for Friday's game?
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, Olivia Moultrie scored. It was some pretty bad defense, honestly.
Yeah, I took a screenshot to post it in here to just really in our little show notes for us, I put a screenshot of how disorganized the line was for the Spirit. I mean, I will give credit to Moultrie because she had some very good movement and her touch was really nice to kind of put it out of the way of the defender. But the defender kind of also got caught flat-footed in that moment.
Absolutely. It was Tara McKeown, now Rudd.
Oh God, I can't keep up with these straight people and their names.
But yeah, for me, it was a defensive breakdown. They took advantage of it.
Yeah. And Moultrie will punish you if you do that.
Yeah.
So.
Do I like her? No.
No.
Is she really good? Yes.
Yeah. I hate it.
So we'll see what happens next weekend. How Hirschfeld did hit the crossbar.
Yeah. I was really rooting for that too. It was the goalkeeper wouldn't have been able to get there.
No, it was a rocket.
Yeah.
Boss Nation debut.
Bam, bam, bam. I think that's what we have to do every time we say Boss Nation. Boss Nation. Bam, bam, bam.
If I was going to make a Boston soccer podcast, I would call it absolutely Boss Nation.
Yeah, for sure.
Boss Nation 0, Gotham 1. This was actually an interesting game.
Yeah.
Because Gotham didn't look that good.
This is what they do, though. This is the plan. This is all part of the plan.
Until Astaire came on. Astaire subbed on. Again, it was bad defending.
Yeah.
Bad clearance. Open player in the box. I will say great shot.
This is the early season stuff, though, right?
Yeah, and you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
It was the first red card of a 2 red card weekend for the NWSL. Bianca St. George.
George? I don't remember.
George's? I can never remember. Got a red card. Second yellow in the 77th minute. This is such a stupid foul. Did you see it?
Yeah.
The player is receiving the ball. They're the highest player from Gotham receiving the ball. There's 3 defenders behind there's no other attacking player. And she just comes in the back of her and pummels her down at the half line.
So
what
unnecessary.
Are you thinking?
Yeah, it was really weird. She should know better too.
Yeah.
It's not like she's new.
She's not new.
No. Super weird.
I don't remember anything from the KC Utah game.
Wait. I want to bring up one more thing about the Gotham. Did you see the nickname someone put for Astaire?
No.
The Exterminator.
Wait, I kind of like that.
I love it. It's really good. So I had to bring it up. I didn't want to put it in there in case you hadn't heard it because I wanted it to surprise you. Yeah, it's good, huh?
Exterminator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can move on.
KC beat Utah 2-1. Utah scored?
They didn't get blown out either.
Yeah. I didn't watch that. Bay beat Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Denver also got a really early red card.
Mm-hmm.
This red card was interesting. It was interesting because it was by the book a red card. But in the run of play and when you take in all of the other parts of the foul, it really could have gone either way.
Mm-hmm.
So it might have, if you're a Denver fan, you think it's a pretty shitty call.
Yeah.
If you're a Bay fan, you're like, yeah, that could have been a huge injury.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, yeah, Janine Sonis. So Canadians, 2 Canadian red cards, got red card in 27th minute, and it was already 1-1 at that point.
Canada's feeling the heat, man.
Huh?
Canada's feeling the heat, man, of the World Cup, like real bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on there, man, but I just feel like they're so confused about how to play. It feels like.
Well, they don't have drones.
They're just being dumb, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This was the first time we got to see VAR announcements from the referee crew. I like this.
Yeah, I do too. When you can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah.
So they don't just come on the field and then make an errant decision and then walk away.
Yeah. I've always liked it. Yeah, I always liked it in rugby. I was hoping it would pop over here, and it has. So
there are a lot of things that I think soccer should take from rugby, but that's a conversation for a different time.
Yeah. I put in a note about the Bay and Denver game from the highlights that I watched. Also, whoever's making the highlight reels on YouTube for the NWSL sucks at their job.
Oh my God, there's so much crap left in them.
There is, and they also just cut it off before seeing something through. I don't know. It's very weird. Anyways, one thing I wanted to bring up was 18-year-old Alex Pfeiffer. She scored a goal and got an assist in this game. I think she's gonna be really fucking good. I really do. It seemed like she was kind of on that path to be really great when she used to play for KC, but then she tore her ACL. And keep in mind, when she was with KC, she was 15 years old, and she scored the one goal that she scored there. She was 15 years old, and she became the youngest goal scorer at that time. I don't know if that still holds true or not. But contract got mutually terminated with KC at the end of last year. So she joined Bay this year. If she's cooking, she looked fucking good. She did kind of have the same move on both of these goals. She ended up passing it for the assist on the second one. So if someone can kind of figure out how to stop her there, but she just looked dangerous. It didn't seem stoppable in what she was doing. She was quick. She's got good ball handling skills. She looks eager to score, which is, I don't know. She looked good. She looked really good.
Yeah. North Carolina beat Louisville. You get anything on this one?
I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I heard Sanchez was great, but that's about all I know.
Yeah. She was excellent. San Diego lost to Houston, and Houston won this game because of Jane Campbell, which good for her. I mean, she kind of fell off for a while.
Yeah.
And granted, Houston's been pretty bad the last couple of years.
Unfortunately, it didn't seem like it was going to be that way, but
yeah, she really stepped up this match. Of course, San Diego now bringing in Camacario
at some point,
so
that should help them a lot.
We'll see.
If it doesn't, damn, that's a lot of money you just wasted.
Last game of the weekend, Angel City played Chicago, Jordan Heidema's new team. This was the blowout of the weekend. Angel City scored 4 goals to Chicago's 0.
Oof.
Yeah. Not a great look for Chicago. The New Jerseys do look good though.
They do.
Chicago's New Jerseys. But Hina Sagita tore her ACL in this match.
I couldn't tell if she tore it in the match or if it was in training, but I assumed it was in the match. I was trying to find information up, but no one really clarified anything for me, so that's not
Anyway,
cool.
One of Angel City's biggest players.
Well, they signed her for a fuck ton of money last year and traded away Vignola.
Portland.
That's a huge blow.
Big blow. Any takeaways from the weekend? Any results that surprised you?
It's early. I don't want to read too far into it. I think it's too early. I think if I have one hot take, maybe Bay's gonna be good.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I got.
Kind of about time for them.
Yeah, I don't want it though. I don't hate them as much as I hate other teams though, so I guess it's fine.
As a fan of the league, Bay being a decent team has been coming. I feel like they've tried. They've brought in players that they thought would work, but things just haven't really clicked for them.
I also like their the women's sports, the Bay Area needs women's sports to be successful. I think that it's such a good sports town for men's sports. And they've been severely lacking having women's teams for so long. And now they've got WNBA and they've got Bay FC. So, and I've got some connections with friends down in the Bay Area who are into skateboarding that are huge fans of women's soccer. So I'm very hopeful it'll be successful. And that also is going to require the team to be somewhat decent.
Yeah. I also enjoy their stadium. It was nice. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. We play again on Friday night at Portland.
It's at 7 p.m. Van thinks it's going to be the prime game.
It is.
Okay. And also, fun fact, the giveaway for fans, they're giving away a cape. They're giving away capes to Portland fans. A Thorns branded cape. I want to know, first of all, what the cape's made out of. And second of all, if there's going to be videos of people trying to sit on their seats without rolling their capes up. Because I just picture them sitting on the cape. You know, with
getting choked.
Yeah, getting choked and then spilling their drink a little bit. So I'd like a cape cam personally. I also can't believe this is real. So
also it's from the sponsor night, so I think it's because it's Kaiser Permanente.
Not the Kaiser cape.
Yeah, it's the Kaiser cape. So I was wondering why they didn't do this for a healthcare heroes weekend, right? That would have made more sense.
I don't know if it would have, but nothing makes sense in Portland. The thing is,
they're encouraging everyone to wear black.
Yeah. Okay. Is this theater troupe in 8th grade? I guess so.
Yeah.
Might as well be.
Have you met them? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. No offense to theater troops in 8th grade. But like, here's the thing. I told Alex about this Cape night because I had gotten an ad for it on my Instagram because I live near Portland, so I tend to get Portland ads. And so I got the ad for it, and I was like, wait a second. Are they giving away capes? I was like, I couldn't believe it. But then like I just kept thinking about it. I was like, wait a second, they're giving away capes. And so then I told Alex, I was like, guess what? They're giving away. You'll never guess. And I was like, capes. And then we had a very good laugh about it. And then I texted my friend, and she was like, are you coming to Portland? Because I might be in town. And I was like, I'm not coming to the game, but if you're going to Portland, and she's more of a Portland fan than Seattle, but I was like, if you're going to Portland, if you're looking for a new cape, they're giving away capes. And so like, but then I couldn't find any proof because I told you about it too, and I couldn't find any proof of this cape thing actually happening, that I thought I straight up just had like some crazy dream. There's now proof, but I thought I had a crazy dream.
Because like, what is the
capes.
connection?
I have no idea, but it also like, it seemed way too random for me to have a dream about it, but it also did seem so random that there's no way they would actually do this. Especially since I couldn't find proof of it. But then today, proof has come. Anyways, let's talk about the actual game.
So hold on. This is part of the graphic that they have for the opening night exclusives. They're calling it dark mode. Wear black to the match and bring the energy.
Was this like Dark Joe? Is this like the same fucking thing?
I don't know. Arrive early. First 10,000 fans will receive Thorns capes, courtesy of Kaiser Permanente.
I desperately need to see what these capes look like.
I'll send you pictures. New merch. 4 new scarves will be available for purchase in store. Okay. Anyway, I will be there, and I will send you pictures of capes.
And try to find people struggling with them specifically. I don't care if it's low res. I don't care. If anyone can get me some good clips of people struggling with their capes,
I will be looking when I walk out of the box.
It will be happening. There's no way. I was like, there's no way everyone in Portland is comfortable with capes, but there actually is a chance everyone in Portland is comfortable with capes. If there's any city in America that knows how to manage a cape, it is Portland.
Oh, I hope this game goes well for us. What do you want to see in this game?
I don't want to get embarrassed. I know there's going to be a lot of things not working for us in this game in terms of how much training time we've gotten before this, given that the team is going to have, today's Tuesday, they're going to have Wednesday to train and Thursday and then travel Friday. So I don't want to get embarrassed. We got embarrassed last time we were there. Last time it was hell on earth on the ground. And now
literally hell on earth.
And now our travel from Orlando into Orlando was hell on earth. So yeah, I don't want to get embarrassed. A draw would be awesome. A draw would be fucking awesome. So if the defense can lock in, which I do think they're capable of, since the field will not be 1,000 degrees, if they can just lock in that defense and maybe sneak a goal, maybe sneak a win. I don't know. We'll see.
I want to get points out of this match.
Yeah.
Either way. I think that they're capable of winning. That just depends on the recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see if Jordan Bug and Sally Menti, either one of them can.
Yeah, let's get some rotation.
Get in there.
Yeah, if Bug's ready
on injury,
but like if they're ready, I would like to see some rotation.
Yeah, if they're ready, because we got Jordan Bug out with the leg injury. Shea Holmes also had a lower leg thing she's been dealing with. Sally Menti's got a knee thing going on. So hopefully maybe they're ready to play this weekend, so we do have some rested players.
I'd like to see Adamas play and start.
I want to see Adamas play. I'm really wondering how that new player,
the one from Utah.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce her name?
It is, I will tell you, it is Heidemann.
Okay.
Heidemann. Ruby Heidemann.
Yeah, that'd be fun sub.
Yeah, see what she can do.
Yeah.
If they're in that situation.
Cedeno is the other one too. It's on here now. There's no audio clip still, but yeah. I mean, they need to be smart, so I don't want them taking too many risks. But everyone, I would like them to get a subtle reminder about what happened last year. To maybe not let that happen again. Because we started off so well last time. We kind of came in. No, I mean, it's always tough to play in Portland, but there are times when they can feed off that energy and use it and ruin their days.
And that's what I want to happen. I mean, Laura Harvey says the team, really finds their grit and, their, what did she call it? Show up as their best selves in adversity. And this is adversity, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think she saw this coming. But yeah.
Could ring true.
Yeah. Well, I needed to go to dinner soon, so we should wrap this up. Do you got any shout outs?
Nope.
Cool. Thanks again to our sponsor.
Ooh, actually, sorry.
Go ahead.
Shout out to my sister, Sarah, for letting me stay at her house in Portland this weekend.
Cool. Hey, Sarah. She texted me recently. Chatting it up.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right. Thanks again to our sponsor, the Doctor's Office. Go follow us on Bluesky and Instagram at Cooler Guild Pod.
You can send us an email. Please email us. I like emails. thecoolerguild@gmail.com. You can also visit our main page at sounderheart.com/thecoolerguild.
We're on YouTube, youtube.com/@thecoolerguild. Wherever you're listening, please go rate 5 stars.
5 stars, 5 stars. Rating and reviewing, high ratings and reviews help with SEO and getting people to listen. So yeah, I saw a skeet today of a woman that was saying that the Sonics should be called something more apt, like the Rain. And I was like, how in the hell do you not know that this team exists? So let's get on it.
We can do better.
Yeah, we can.
All right. Till next time, I'm Coop.
I'm Van.
Stay cool, y'all.
Stay cool.
And they can go home crying in their capes.